Welcome to my porch here in Louisville, Kentucky. This morning I'm sitting out here having my little cigar, drinking my coffee. Just got done dealing with the beginning parts of my caregiving day routines. Just get my dad up, awake, empty his catheter, give him nutrition, hydration, medication, all that. Put him back to bed for a while. So I'm out here chilling out. Well, we did it a while ago. But I've been out here before I did that and after I did that. And I would tell you, I've had to, an interesting morning, a period of an hour, I had to help an Uber driver, a moving company, a plumbing company, and I think it was an Amazon delivery person find the right apartment because they kept coming to the wrong building, and the plumber pulled into my parking space in front of my building and walked in. I was laughing to myself, and they were looking at me and said, "Good morning." And I said, "Good morning. You may be in the wrong building." And they went through the building, and they laughed and went through the building and came out the other side and around the building, and they said, "You're right. We're in the wrong building." I thought it was funny as heck. But I've been up to doing things. I was slept too much last night. My sister's in the ER. She was having a lot of pain, and it's a very convoluted story where, she has a hernia, and it's been affecting her ability to eat and drink and what she can eat, what she can't eat. So she's been losing a lot of weight and not doing anything. Can't function too much, but then she went to the surgeon and it really thinks that the problem, she does have a hernia, but she also has gallbladder problem. So they did tests on that. No gallstones. So the doctor, and this was a very common thing, they will have you eat something they know or should trigger discomfort and pain and the whole symptoms, so that they can pinpoint, yes, this is a gallbladder issue, it's not working as it's supposed to and all that. And so she went to the ER last night about 8 o'clock at night, and she's still in the ER waiting room. They did say it's a gallbladder. Still in the ER because they need to find her a bed in the hospital so she can go up, and they did a CAT scan. It took hours for her to get the CAT scan. They wouldn't give her any medication for the pain until after the CAT scan. As they said, yeah, it's gallbladder, whatever. But she's still here 12 hours later, still in the ER, and not very happy and feeling very stressed out and not thinking it's a good hospital and they don't really like her and all this other stuff. So I hope she doesn't wander off and go home. She needs to have this addressed as soon as possible. If she's not feeling comfortable, she should go home, but she's still in a lot of pain. And I think they need to have the gallbladder taken out. And if they're going to do that, they're going to have to, I think they should deal with the hernia too that she has. But she gets scared before going to these things, and that's what happens. The reason, the ERs is always a problem for you when you go in and you're in pain and all that, is they take cases by priority, not by number. So basically it is the people who are closest to dying get treated first. And that's reasonable. But it puts non-dying people on the back burner and pain and suffering and all that. So it's one of those things. So I'm fingers crossed. I told my sister she should call her surgeon, who isn't or doesn't perform or work out of that how you are, and leave a message or something with an answer service, letting them know what's going on, then maybe they'll move it to a different hospital or something, or get involved, or they can make a determination for something else. But apparently they don't have answering services anymore. That's something we need to have back, even us on cell phones. It'd be nice to have an answering service. A live person can answer and field the calls from the drunken relatives and friends at 3 a.m. or whatever. Send it in the calls via priority. So I was up all night, up and down, and worried about my sister. I'm hoping she'll be all right. I was over talking to my neighbor, and I've got to, I don't have to, but my elderly neighbor in a wheelchair who's a little older than me, has hit a curb with his tire, and it went flat over a period of a day and a half. So I got my trusty little inflator, inflated his tire up last night, and it still held it, so I could see it's down a little bit, so it's a very slow leak. So I'm going to follow him over to the tire repair place and get that dealt with so he doesn't have a blowout or something like that later. You can't put those kind of things off, especially if you're in a wheelchair or older. The days of me jacking up cars, changing tires are behind me. But that's what I'm going to be doing today. Worrying about my sister, helping my neighbor, directing people to the right apartments, and being a caregiver. Thankfully, I have a senior helper today for 3 hours, and she'll be dealing with Dad, his breakfast, and getting him dressed up, cleaned up, and all that. So that's great. My ankle's doing better. Remember, I injured it, twisted it, but it's doing a lot better now. But with me running all around doing all this other stuff, it's taking a little bit to heal up. But that's part of the game of life and caregiving. In any case, that's my day, and I hope you have a great one. And I'll talk to you again at another time.